Hi there, good day everyone. All of you listeners out there, this is Irfan Nurani again, your clarity coach, the Clarity Man. And today we have an amazing personality with me right now in here on live to help you understand certain things about life, leadership, work, and so much more. This amazing human being has inspired a lot of people around the globe and has worked in various leadership positions. Right, let me introduce you to Mr. Mario Alberto. He is a hospitality professional with over 20 years of successfully leading multicultural teams. He has worked in many areas of hotel industry, cruise industry, up to corporate level leadership. He is a Cornell University graduate in strategic hospitality and holds a financial management and human resource contract agreement certification from the University of Berlin, Germany. Now, Mario has taken a turn now in his life, and he is now also the founder and director of Magsynergy, a consultancy company that provides services across Europe and America to companies to enhance their human factor in their operations. And I have known Mario for years now. I worked with him alongside with him on during one of the contracts in my journey of travel and hospitality industry, and I'm really happy to connect with him after a long time, and with this amazing energy, amazing positivity, and leadership insight that he's going to bring to the table today. So I'm really happy. Mario, over to you. Please enlighten us. I hope I have covered everything and not missed much of it.
Thank you, Irfan, for having me here in the program. I really appreciate you inviting me to this. You are a phenomenal professional, and it's so nice to reconnect with you after so many years. So thank you for having me here.
Most welcome, Mario. So Mario, yeah, go ahead.
One thing is very exciting for me is that we're going to be reaching so many people in the hospitality industry and also seeking that clarity that you provide. So I'm excited. So please, let's roll on.
All right, Mario. So Mario, I understand that you are a leader. You have been doing this work for a long time. But to begin with, I want to start with who is Mario, right? And where do you come from? What is your story? So enlighten me a little bit about that part of your life, which probably some people may not know, right? Where you come from, because I know the leadership. I feel the leadership qualities that you have today have not developed just because of your work, but I think there is some story behind it as well. So please enlighten me where you come from and who is Mario.
Well, it is a long story, but to make it the essence of the story is I come from very humble beginnings. My parents, they were my mom was in a concentration camp during the Second War, wow. And they emigrated during as soon as the war finished. My mom and my dad met when they just were little kids. We're wow. Talking about mom was 9 and dad was 11. Wow. And alone, they walked all the way from Poland all the way to France, where they took a vessel, a ship that they took into Canada. In Canada, they could not stay because obviously there was no more refugees allowance. Right. So they sent them to New York, and from there they went to South America. In South wow. America, they started from nothing. My dad managed to build a business, a very strong business, and I'm the last one of 16 kids. So that's
16 kids, you said?
16
wow.
kids.
Wow.
So sharing is something that is impregnated in my life from very early age. Right. If we have something, it was belong to everybody. We learned to share and to cherish everything that we had from the very, very, very early age. Now, my mom and my dad didn't have the opportunity to study because obviously during the war, kids came, they needed to, my dad focused on the business, but he gave us something absolutely that have no price. And he dedicated his life to ensure that we all were educated. We may not have everything we wanted, we have everything we needed. I remember very vivid today that I needed to wait for my older brother to come back from school because I needed to wear his shoes to go to school myself.
Wow.
So that kind of things brought me to the level of understanding life as it is. Wait a minute. Do I really want to continue a path of this, or my dad is giving me the opportunity to value what he's giving me, which is education and principles and personal values. Ethics has to be there. And I was lucky enough that I got a scholarship to go to work to study in Italy first. And I went there first in Bologna when I have my bachelor's degree, and then I have another scholarship, which I managed to study with Cornell University, which over the years I managed to take my MBA.
Wow.
Then I start working in different sources of things around the life. My very first job was working in a bakery.
Wow.
And I
Interesting.
was delivering bakery bread in the mornings, from 4 o'clock in the morning till 7 o'clock in the morning. I was doing that. What I was also studying in the university. Then in the afternoon, after the university, I managed to get another job doing gardening. So I
Wow.
done so many things to make sure I really wanted to be where I am today. And obviously, I want to move forward from what I am today.
Wow, that what a story. I knew Mario. There is more to Mario than what we know of Mario professionally or in a leadership role in a company or a corporate space. And hence I asked this question. What a powerful story, man, you've got. Now, you actually reminded me of some part of my life as well. And in fact, I was sharing this with my son. I have two boys, Mario. The elder one, Alman,
Bless the
uh,
Lord.
right, Alman, which means Alman. The meaning of Alman means an amazing human being or a good human being, right? Because this is important for me. That's also what I learned from a very young age. Like what one of the principles. It's amazing that you shared and put it rightly in the words that whatever I have is for everyone. It is
Correct.
sharing, right? Sharing, giving. It grows. So that is one of the things that really I want to pinpoint for the listeners as well. It's such a profound, and these things do come from when you go through a certain experience, when you realize certain things. You have a story, you have been through those things, and you really value what you have today. And that is so important, to value what you have. As before that we started the conversation, we were having an talking about the COVID situation that is going on right now, right? People,
Correct.
they're realizing, a lot of the people are realizing, what, we have something very precious to hold on to, our families, a loved one. And I didn't knew, Mario, I knew you had a big family, but I didn't knew that you were 16 brothers and sisters, man. Wow.
Absolutely. 16.
Wow, that's amazing. And I can see now that the core of your leadership that reflects in your work comes from deeper within, not just the education, not just the certification or the education that you had, which is important. And as I said, I also had been through the certain challenges of my own, which probably you may not even know. Like, I was surprised by learning about you. I was talking to one of my son, as I said, and I was telling him that to save a quarter of a dollar, I used to carry about 25 kgs on my back from point A to point B, which was like a gas cylinder for my house, because we used to
Hmm.
keep moving places. So you see, all these things helps us builds character, as far as I understand. So this is beautiful, and now I know where your values and your leadership aspect comes from. Now
Irfan,
yes,
you're absolutely right. I'm sorry to interrupt you there,
yes,
but this
yes.
is
Go ahead.
something I do believe that a title, a certificate, a qualification do not make the person.
Yes,
Persons come by choice, by really choosing to be humble, to be ethical, to be honest, and to be truthful. Number one, to yourself. If
true,
we accept where we come from and what happened to us through our life, and
right.
we take that as a positive way of saying, you know what, if I come from there, what else could go wrong?
Yes. Yeah. 100%. 100%. 100%. This is phenomenal. And like you're telling me right now, and I wanted to actually, that is one of the questions that I really want to ask you. You mentioned something on the lines of it's certification and all these things are one thing, but where you come from, what the real human, who you are, like, let me enlighten people who are listening out there. And I when I used to work with Mario. So Mario, by religious belief, you are a Jew, right?
Davanju, yeah,
By religious belief, I'm a Muslim, and we know we have another friend and a manager. By religious belief, he was a Catholic,
yeah,
and we worked as a phenomenal team together, like partners.
Yeah.
in during our contract, during our time. So, Mario, I can see the experience and understanding of human beings and values that you have. You were able to see beyond the labels, and I was able to see beyond the labels. I'm not talking about only about religion here, because I don't want to go into religion. Or what I am talking about here is beyond the label of, oh, he comes from a certain place. Like, sometimes you have this nationality biases, right? Like you have worked internationally, like I have. You have connected with people all around the globe. The very fact that you started from Italy, you went to other countries, and then you ended up in a multicultural environment. So, as a leader, I am sure that you have been able to see beyond the labels, beyond where a person comes from, beyond what religions believe he holds, or beyond his personal views about whether he's gay, single, lesbian, whatever. I don't know. So what is your mechanism as a leader to see beyond those labels and see it for the person he or she is, so that you are able to connect with them, so that you are able to guide them better, or so that you are able to see their perspective and help them out, or understand and work in sync with things? What how would you frame that? How would you answer that?
Well, if something which is very important for me is to understand that number one rule for me is I need and I will always treat people in the way I like to be treated. You
Super.
know, uh, one of my main principles, and something I told all my teams when I started working with them, the line of respect. Respect is the foundation of every single business, family, friendship, you name it. If there is no respect, we cannot move forward. Regardless if the person is lesbian, gay, heterosexual, Muslim, Jew, regardless of what is your beliefs, if we respect each other, we're gonna be able to trust each other and to believe to each other and move forward in any sort of relationship. If I have a partner, I've been married now, I'm gonna be married 20 years.
Wow.
And in 20 years of marriage, I will not tell you that we didn't have bad moments. We had. But the solid foundation from the moment that I met my wife, and I said, you know what, this is the woman for me, I have that situations when we needed to sit and clarify things. We done it with respect, and we done it with love. We done it with the communication. We actually open our hearts to each other and say, okay, how are we going to resolve this? And it happened the same in business. In business, sometimes you're going to have that talk with that friend or that colleague or that employee. But
Right.
if you manage that with respect and you manage that with the same integrity, not to make feel anyone down, but say, okay,
Right.
we are two human beings right here. I'm missing something from you. What am I seeing? Tell me. How can I reach you and you reach me? So I
Wow.
think it's extremely important, by all means, and I repeat again, respect, treat people in the way that you like to be treated, and then you're never gonna go wrong.
Yeah. Yeah. See, I knew the respect is definitely going to come, because still remember, you've always been big on respecting each other. Because again, we, especially where we were working as well, it was an environment of all different nationalities working together, and general rule, right? General rule, like you beautifully explained, even with your partner, you have been having this core understanding of foundation of value, whatever you call it, of respect, of mutual respect. Now, if I have to ask you, what other things apart from respect, like, if I have to see beyond label, like one of the things that I really picked on, and I think I've understood to what you're trying to say here is, maybe I am not seeing that person the way he wants to portray or be seen or be understood. So you said, how can I reach you? Which is brilliant. What a powerful question. How can I reach you, the real you, so that I'm able to connect, so that I'm able to converse with you in a way that we both together move forward in a certain direction that we both seek? It's powerful. It's very powerful. Now, like on the same lines, one of the valuable insight that I got from your leadership when we were working together on that contract, I have incorporated that habit in me. Okay, that habit of yours was, now listen, everyone listen carefully. He used to come out of his office, which was there on the corner. He used to lead, I believe. How many people were you leading at that time, Mario? I think maybe 30, 40, 50 people or 100 people, I think. And how many departments were you
No, it
heading?
was about, we was about 7 departments, and yeah, about 150 to 200 people.
150 to 200 people, right? And Mario would come out. I'm not saying he would reach out to each and every individual, but majority from his office for his rounds or for the inspection of the areas and everyone, he will go around and he will shake hands with anyone and everyone who comes his way, right? And he'll say, thank you for today. Okay. What would he say? I'll repeat that. He would say, thank you for today. Okay. And that was something massive for me. I've not expressed it the way I'm expressing it right now, Mario, on the podcast to you, but I think I've mentioned you a couple of times during the contract. That is beautiful. And I remember also, see, because I was working, he was my manager, Mario, at that time. So I was working at a different level. So there used to be some people in my group or in the people that I have, they used to say, let me put it bluntly, Mario, say, what an idiot. And why is he going around and saying hi, thank you to everyone? But I am telling you, that was a game changer for me. Okay, because you respect people, you go out. That is the quality of a leader. Now, Mario, I want to know more about what are the 3 or 4 habits that one can develop as a phenomenal leader, right? That comes from your heart, not just, I'm just not just saying this to fake it, because I knew it came from your heart. I knew you meant what you said. So what are the 3 or 4 things that everyone listening out there who's in a position of leadership, a supervisor, manager, or a leader in their own house or family, right? What can they develop 2 or 3 habits according to you that would reap great benefits, not only for themselves, but for the people that they are going to serve, they are serving?
Definitely, I think being grateful to people for what they do and appreciate the little things, it goes a long way as a leader. Being grateful for the job. I understand that everybody at the beginning is like, okay, I'm gonna get a job because I need money to pay my bills and so on.
Right.
But when the moment that you're being grateful with people and you're sincerely grateful with them in a daily basis for whatever they do, they definitely gonna go the extra mile. There is only one way that people will do things 100% of the best of their abilities, and that is because they want to, not because they need to. So if I want to do the tools 100% great, is because I want. Doesn't matter how much you pay me, I may do it only 90%, 95%, 5%. So
Wow.
grateful, number one. Number two, I think extremely important and something that leadership nowadays, and I go back to everybody that is listening. If you have kids, if you have a wife, if you have a husband or partnership or friendship, this is not only in business, but in every single relationship. If you want to lead the way, remember, God give you 2 ears and 1 mouth because God wants you to listen at double that you speak.
Wow.
Listen,
Wow.
listen,
Wow.
and listen. Extremely important. Don't hear aiming to reply, because a lot of people are just listening, waiting to reply. No, listen
Yeah.
to understand, because many times we have employees or we have family members that going through so much and we don't know because everybody's wearing a mask nowadays.
Yeah.
That's why one of the things of technology, it brings us to a brand new level, but also it put us back because people are behind that facade, and they're not their real selves. So
Yeah.
listen what the people need to say. Sometimes people are saying things and then just going around the bush because they don't know how to manifest themselves and take all the problems they have in their heart, or maybe they will be grateful, but they don't know how to say thank you. So
Yeah.
listen.
Yeah.
And another important thing, and I think is the most, for me, one of the most key factors of moving forward as a leader, you need to lead yourself.
Yeah.
You need to walk the talk. You need to make sure that your integrity is where your mouth is.
Yeah.
What you do and what you say, they have to match.
Wow.
If you go around like preaching that I don't know, smoking is wrong, but you have your occasional cigarette or cigar or pipe or whatever it is, then you're not being true to yourself.
True.
So not being true to yourself, then you lose credibility. You lose credibility with the people that you lead, that be your family, that be your friends, that be your company. So this
Wow.
is will be my 5 cents of how I think, leadership is influenced by certain values.
Got it. Got it. What a beautifully put. So basically, the things that you said, if I put it in habit form or a practical aspect, for the listeners can take it as a valuable feed and then start doing it, is be thankful. Just simply go out and say thank you. For whatever the small or the big thing is, just
Absolutely.
start saying thank you to the people that you love, that you care about, that you want them to be better, and get things done for them, and for the greater good of the family or the community or the workplace or the business or whatever the case may be, because that will allow them to do more. That will allow them to do more, rather than you telling them you do this something. They would want to do more because they feel appreciated. Is that correct?
Is that correct? Absolutely.
Brilliant, right? So that is one thing that they can start doing. So a small thing that they can start doing, the listeners out there, is just go out there, hug your friend, hug your family member, say thank you for being there, something like that. The second thing that you mentioned is about listening. We are not listening, and what a beautiful thing that you told, that very clearly, that we have 2 ears and one mouth. So it's the listening has to be more than the talking.
Exactly.
Right?
Absolutely.
Bravo. And the third thing that you mentioned was, what was the third thing you mentioned, Mario? The last one.
And you need to lead yourself.
Lead yourself, right? Lead
Lead
yourself and
yourself.
have the integrity. Integrity is, I was actually about to talk about integrity as well, because I know one of our core values was strong, and that's why we had a brilliant connect as well on that contract, and we worked well because of the
Hmm.
integrity. Now, I'll tell you, I'll tell all the listeners out there, for me to tell what Mario means. He is a leader who walks the talk. Now, I'll tell you, I still remember this incident, Mario. Maybe you don't, or you do. I'll tell everyone what I saw. Okay, I was there in one of the senior managers' office. The one that I mentioned was, he was there leading both of us, and Mario comes into the office. Okay, he just comes into the office, looking a little off, right? And he says, "I did." He told the manager. He said, "I did this, and I deserve a warning. Okay, I deserve, or I want you to give me, like, in a corporate world or in a corporate environment or any company, they have systems to discipline people, to reprimand. But I, on that day, realized this man's integrity. Why? Because I had never seen any manager walking up and saying, you know what, I did a mistake. You penalized me. You came up yourself saying I messed up, and whatever disciplinary action you need to take, you take it from me, because I want to be that example for the people. Because tomorrow, when I do some disciplinary action against my people to correct them, to guide them better, it should not affect my integrity. I'm not following what I'm saying. Do you remember this, Mario?
Absolutely. Absolutely. And Irfan, it's something very simple. I cannot go to bed thinking that I done something wrong and I just got out of the hook just because of my position. When
Wow.
somebody else make a sincere mistake, a real mistake, it was just a nothing intentional, and then we holding accountable. That's when the balance of you need to put the things in balance and say, okay, I'm doing the right job.
Yeah.
I'm the type of leader that go around with the stick, managing with the stick, or I'm the type of
Yeah.
leader that lead
Yeah.
by example.
Yeah, and you know what? Actually, after that incident, I was inspired. And I don't know if you remember, I had to stand up for my staff against you or Danilo
Yeah.
or whoever, because of this room service incident. So I said, you know what?
Yes.
If I don't do this, I'm not standing up for my people. I have to stand up, and it's a beautiful thing, right? It's because these things you have to live these things. And I have the same principle, Mario. I want to sleep like a baby. I don't want to sleep with something on my mind saying, you know what, maybe this was not right, or this was supposed to be done this way. And just do it for the sake of doing it, because it is meant to be done, not because you are going to get rewarded, or you're going to get the rewards, and everything comes as a byproduct. Do it because it is supposed to be done. So that's also one of the important things that I realized, and has shaped me as well. So, Mario, it has been a phenomenal conversation. You have added so much value. I want to ask a little more about your work right now, so that people know as well what do you do, and the current company that you have right now. So what do you do, and what kind of services you provide? So people listening out there, if they may want to connect with you, or they may want to reach out to you, they can, right? So help me understand,
Absolutely.
what do you do?
Well,
Yes.
I open consultancy services. The name is Magsynergy. We do provide services for any sort of companies that have human contact. We're trying to enhance the human contact. Basically, just in a brief case of the explanation, what we do, we teach leaders and other people the importance of treating others in the best possible way to make their business more profitable. If you're being treating good
Awesome.
the supermarket or the hotel or whatever place that you actually goes to the bank, and you create an emotional connection with people, then automatically that individual will keep coming back, because now they're not going to do a transaction, they're going to do an interaction. And that's what we do. We're trying to enhance the human factor by listening and looking at what the business is lacking in terms of human contact, and forget about the transactions. We can do a perfect 100% transaction, but what is the interaction that the individuals working behind the counter and the clients are having? What is the experience? What is the emotional experience that they having when they go to your business? And then in that business, say, wow, this is an amazing place. I'm gonna tell other people to come and see how these people work, because I want them to see how fantastic they do their job. So
Wow.
that's what we do in Magsynergy.
Okay. Okay. So would that also mean that you actually build cultures of their company, so that they have a phenomenal working condition, culture, emotional connect, human connect, and like you said, people would want to work or want to do much more than that they are doing, so that they become profitable.
Yeah, absolutely. We do all that, and we also look at the technical areas like at the financial, the accounting, the policies
Okay.
and procedures. We also do that type of we do audits of the business, and we come back to the business owner or the corporation and say, okay, this is our suggestions. If you want to increase your ratings or your return business, this is what you should do, or what at least what we think you should do, and this is how we can help you.
No, first
Hello,
of all, so if they have to, can you hear us, Mario?
I can hear you now.
Yeah. So I'm saying, if people have to find you, where can they find you
They can
online?
find me in magsynergy.com,
Okay.
magsynergy.com, and of course I'm in LinkedIn, ready to connect with anybody. My LinkedIn is Mario Alberto, and I always ready there to give any advice or anything you guys need. It will be a pleasure.
Awesome.
I'm always available. Something I want to mention in this podcast is someone is out of job. If someone really needs help with their CV, I'm not a recruiter, but I'm happy to revise their CV for
Okay.
free.
Wow. Awesome. Awesome. Superstar. So, Mario, it's been phenomenal. It's been amazing that you've come and contributed your time, your knowledge, your understanding, your leadership ideas. You have added so much value. So, thank you so much. The last question that I want to ask Mario
Yes, sir.
is, what is the one thing that you really want people to change or look at in a different way, or a message that you want to give to everyone out there?
I think the most important thing is being grateful. Wake up in the morning, open your eyes, and no other thought should go through your mind but being grateful. Grateful for what you have,
Wow.
and for the great things and the possibilities that you have in your hand to achieve during the day. The day is a blank page. That day should be filled with dreams, it should be filled with excitement, it should fill it with power, it should fill it with the grace of the universe, of God, or whatever you believe into. But being grateful from the very beginning of the day will give you a phenomenal, fantastic experience during the day, and you're going to be contagious with your family and with the people that you walk around, work, or friends. So be grateful for everything from the moment that you open your eyes, and you will see an amazing transformation in your life.
Wow. Thank you so much, Mario. Thanks a lot. Thanks a million. Stay blessed. and we will connect once again.
Thank you very much.
Thank
It was a pleasure having you
so
being in the
much,
program. Thank you.
Mario.